Today on Karamo, she moved 1,600 miles away from her kids for love.
You're a mother who made the choice, not once, but twice, to leave her children.
Now her children want her back.
I don't have a home because you're my home.
That's your baby right there. She says she wants a home with her mother.
Will she choose her relationship over her kids?
Now, how do you feel about your mom's relationship with Jeff?
If you can't change it, then I'm gonna have to walk away.
Don't threaten me because you don't scare me.
Don't go away because something is about to set this man off.
Nicole, this is a big moment for you. You need to make a decision if you're going to choose your children or if you're going to choose Jeff.
Welcome to Karamo, friend. My guest Nicole says she gave up everything to be with the love of her life when she moved 1,600 miles away from her kids. Now Nicole's relationship is on the rocks. Her man accuses her of cheating, and she wants me to unlock her phone to prove she's been faithful. So everyone, please welcome Nicole to the show. Hey, how are you doing?
I'm good.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too.
Mwah. Take a seat, please.
Thank you.
Okay, take me back and tell me, what was it like meeting Jeff?
Well, we met when I was a sophomore in high school.
Okay.
Pretty quiet and shy kind of guy, but
Yeah.
I was attracted to him immediately. We started dating, and he had his own apartment, so I would sneak off to his apartment and tell my parents I was going to the library to,
Okay. So what caused you two to separate?
because of doing what I was doing. Found out I was pregnant. My parents sent me to Colorado.
And so Jeff is the father of your children?
Unfortunately, when I got out to Colorado, I did have a very bad miscarriage. I almost died, I almost bled to death.
So sorry. So you stayed in Colorado?
I did. I lived in Colorado. I've stayed out there up till 2 years ago.
And during that time, did you lose touch with Jeff?
I did. We pretty much lost touch instantly. We, pretty much just moved on with our lives. A few years down the line, met my first husband and got pregnant with my first son,
Okay.
Michael.
So this makes sense. So he was the love of your life.
He
But
was.
then you moved on, and you then had 3 more children?
I did.
My producers told me that drugs did overtake your life
They did.
as being a mother. So what happened?
I ended up getting into trouble with the law for the first time in my life and lost pretty much everything that I had. Lost custody of my 2 youngest kids. And then I had turned to drugs. I started using methamphetamines.
Okay. Here you go. Take one of those.
Thank you.
So did your kids know you turned to drugs and that you were on drugs?
They did. It was kind of hard to hide. I didn't do it in front of my 2 youngest because I didn't have them very often. My oldest, though, we had gone to court for the custody issues, and Michael had told the court that he was going to stay with me regardless of what they had said. He was not going to leave me by myself. So he did witness quite a bit of the drug use.
Okay. And so the other children, they were in foster care?
They were with their dad. They went
were
with their dad. Yeah.
So they were taken away?
Yeah.
And did you fight to get them back?
I did. I spent 2 years. I jumped through every hoop, every class. I spent a year of doing supervised visits. They just kept telling me they weren't going to give me them back. They, had to keep being with their dad until eventually I just kept fighting with the court. Eventually, they listened.
So then how did you reconnect with Jeff?
I was on Facebook. So I friend requested him, and he accepted it, and we started talking. That's pretty much where it began.
And then you moved 1,600 miles to go live with him. What made you make that decision, and how old were your kids at that time?
I came back here to visit my parents. I had met up with him face to face. We went out, had a couple drinks, started talking, and right off the bat, every feeling that I ever had for him came flooding back instantly. And by the end of that visit, I had told him that I wanted to be with him and that he felt the same. And so I had told him that I was going to move back to Pennsylvania.
And how old were your kids at that time?
24, 20, and Abigail was getting ready to turn 18.
Got it. Okay. And so how's your relationship with him now, with Jeff?
It's not been good. Shortly after getting back here and moving in with him, it was like right off the bat, he accused me of cheating. There was no trust at all. I hadn't done anything. I didn't really go anywhere or, do
Yeah,
anything.
which is why it was confusing for me, because it's not often people say, Karamo, unlock my phone. It's usually the partner's phone. So you're unlocking your phone to prove to this man you're not cheating. How does that make you feel?
It's hurtful because he doesn't trust me. I have isolated myself from everybody, including my own parents, to try to get him to realize that I'm not cheating. But it's just constant. Like, I can't even look out the window. He thinks I'm like gesturing to somebody out the window
So why do you
to
think
meet
that unlocking
meet
your
him.
phone then is going to be what salvages your relationship?
Because he thinks that I'm on my phone talking to other men, and he really thinks that I'm on Facebook all the time. When he comes into the room, he thinks that I instantly shut off my phone and put it away so that, because he thinks I'm doing something sneaky.
Question for you. How did your children feel about you moving to be with him and now getting back with him?
My kids didn't think I would move. They didn't believe me. They honestly, at first, thought that I was just BSing them.
Yeah.
And so, they just kind of like let it go, well, oh, she's really not going to leave. She's really not going to move
But you
away
did
from
leave.
us.
Did they let it go?
No,
They did.
no.
She moved 1,600 miles away from her kids for love.
I didn't want her to leave.
Now, how do you feel about your mom's relationship with Jeff?
I hate it.
Don't threaten me because you don't scare me.
Will she choose her relationship over her kids?
Nicole, this is a big moment for you.
Don't go away, because something is about to set this man off. Cut the camera on him. He wants attention. So how's your relationship with him now, with Jeff?
It's not been good. He accused me of cheating.
How did your children feel about you moving to be with him and now getting back with him?
They just kind of let it go, well, oh, she's really not going to move
But you
away
did
from
leave.
us.
Did they let it go?
No.
It's two things going on here for me. It's this relationship that you have with Jeff that you feel like you need to unlock your phone for, but then there's also in my mind right now as I'm listening to you, this relationship with your kids.
Yeah.
So if you do unlock your phone, do you feel like it's going to change the way Jeff acts? Do you think it's going to change him?
I pray that it does. Part of me thinks that it's not going to make a difference, but at least I will have a clear conscience.
Got it. So it's always been them or him?
Pretty much.
So if he doesn't change, you're saying you'll move back to your kids?
Yes.
Got it. So I want to talk to your children first before we get to Jeff. So please, everyone, welcome Michael Jr. and Abigail, your children, to the show. Hey, how are you?
Hi.
Thank you for being here. Listen, Michael, I want to know, how do you feel about your mom's relationship with Jeff?
I hate it. I don't like it. She lets people walk all over her, and she doesn't get to be herself,
Yeah.
be who she wants to be. And it's changed her, and it really gets under my skin, honestly.
Got it. And you've been through a lot with your mom. She just told me that.
Yeah.
And I know you told my producers that you saved your mom from an overdose. Tell me about that.
She tried something different. I was trying to talk to her, and she's kind of like in and out, and then she was gone. Called 911. They got there, and she had died 4 times. And
How old were you when that happened?
I want to say 16.
16. And there was a point where you didn't speak to your mom for a year. What was going on?
Right after she moved, I started a family, had my first kid. I felt like she walked out on me. She walked out on my kid to go be with somebody, and I never did that. Never walked out on her. I stayed there. I watched you die.
Abigail, you're quiet over there. How do you feel when your mom left?
It was hard. I turned to drugs to cope. I was young. I didn't want her to leave. I was using drugs, and I kept overdosing because I was just trying to not feel the pain of her being gone.
Yeah. Did you ever ask your mom to stay?
Yeah, I
And what
did.
was the response?
She wanted to be with our grandparents, and you know,
Her response to me was she needed to take care of our grandparents. So, like, I get it. I took care of you. You want to take care of your parents. Then she left, and the next thing I know, she's not with our grandparents. She's with Jeff.
Got it. Have you ever met Jeff before?
I did.
And how did it go?
The first time we met, it was a little rocky. About a week prior to me going out there, she called me and she told me that Jeff had hit her. When I got there, she asked me to try to, control my temper, not to hurt him. So when I first seen him, I told him how I felt about it, that, this is like your one and only warning. Because my mom asked me not to do this today, I'm not going to. But if it ever happens again, we're gonna have some real issues. And we were able to, stay in the same house, and we didn't talk too much, but we were able to be mutual for my mom.
You're a better man than most, because if someone would have found out that, their mother was getting hit by another man.
First of all, I didn't hit her.
Okay.
I mean,
So hold on, Jeff is in the
Thanks for
audience right now
lying.
with us. Jeff, you want to stand for me?
Yes, I am Jeff.
Yes.
And I have never, right hand to God, laid my hands on your mother. Has your mother hit me? Yes, on more than one occasion, on more than 2 occasions, on more than 3 occasions.
but she doesn't hit herself, and like she doesn't put marks on herself.
doesn't give
just-
So don't lie about me. Don't threaten me because you don't scare me.
Will she choose her relationship over her kids?
If you can't change it, then I'm gonna have to walk away.
Nicole, this is a big moment for you. Don't go away, because something is about to set this man off. Cut the camera on him. He wants attention. If you do unlock your phone, do you feel like it's going to change the way Jeff acts?
Part of me thinks that it's not going to make a difference.
So if he doesn't change, you're saying you'll move back to your kids?
Yes.
She called me and she told me that Jeff had hit her.
You're a better man than most, because if someone would have found out that, their mother was getting hit by another man.
First of all, I didn't hit her. And I have never, right hand to God, laid my hands on your mother.
The kids are saying that you have hit themselves because they've seen the marks on their mother.
Sure.
So
I've been on the
where
phone
did she
with
get
her
those
when
marks
it's happened.
First of all, she bruises very easy. And LJ, I will sit right here and tell you, I have never
stand for us.
hit your mother.
Hey,
Never.
Okay, fingerprint marks.
And don't
They're-
threaten me because you don't scare me.
I mean, I'm right here.
I don't care what your size is, how big you are.
That's you don't have to care.
And I do care. Because in the bottom of my heart, I would love to move your mother back to Colorado.
Because then
But
you
it
could
is
be
so
with all
rocky
the
right
different
now.
women.
Why would I do that? Why would I move clear to Colorado with your mom, and
No
then
one's
an
asking
argument
you
or
to
something
move.
happened between us? Then I'm stuck 1,600 miles away, and I absolutely know nobody.
You don't have to move with
How do you
her.
think she feels? She doesn't get to know anybody. You don't let her leave the house. You
Yeah,
don't let her
because
do
you want her
anything.
back. Well, I love her.
Her whole life
We're her
is in
kids.
Colorado. Her
You-
kids, her
we're
grandkids,
here.
her family,
We're here, Jeff.
everyone.
I
here.
understand that. I want her to be happy.
You're
And
here.
if that means me moving her back to Colorado, then so be it.
Nicole, how do you feel about all this? You see your family all being there. Your
I get
kids
no
are in
credit
turmoil
whatsoever.
right now.
I'm just
You
the
hear-
bad guy.
You hear how
that's
Jeff
not
is
true.
feeling. Tell me, how do you feel about all this? You're in the middle of this.
Come on, tell them the truth. I have never hit you.
You have. You
No,
did.
I have not. No, I
He's
have
only hit me
not.
one time, and it was more of a hit and shove because I had gone after him. But this is hard for me. I'm like stuck in the middle because I do love him.
Your
I
son
love you
just
too.
did this. Your son just said, when he was talking to Jeff, said, "We're her kids. We're here." But I'm going to tell you, this as a stranger and someone who does this for a living, I'm not sure if that's actually true. Do you feel like you put your kids first, or do you feel like you put Jeff first?
I don't feel that I put Jeff first.
But you don't feel like you also put your kids first?
No.
Jeff, why don't you trust Nicole?
Because I've had trust issues in the past with women that I've dated. I've been cheated on before.
She's not those women.
You can't. You can't. Look, I'm way younger than you, and I still know that if I get in a relationship with somebody, the person I was just in a relationship with before them does not. They're not that person. They gotta start with a clean slate. Until they take that trust away from me, then there's no reason for me to not trust them.
And I understand that, but put
Then why
yourself
don't
in
you
my
do that?
mind. It doesn't happen. It's not that easy. Obviously, you've never dated any women that have ever cheated on you.
I'm not gonna go into my relationship history.
So, but Jeff, I want to know from you, did you know that she was leaving her kids to be with you?
Yes, I did.
And what were your feelings about that?
I was excited. I was happy because this is the woman that I love. This is the woman I want to spend the rest of my life with.
Okay.
I'm 48 years old, you know.
Then
I don't have
why-
a whole lot of time left
Why didn't you come to her?
because
She did it for you. Why couldn't you do it for her?
that's what I'm saying. I would be more than willing to do that. But the way our relationship is right now, I would be 1,600 miles away and know absolutely nobody. I've lived here for 48 years of my life. I didn't grow up here and then move 1,600 miles away and then move back here. I have lived here for 48 years.
Okay, Abigail, how do you
So
feel
I would be
about
stuck in
how
a city
Jeff
that I know nobody.
treated your mom before she left?
I mean, it was sad to see that he can be in a relationship with someone and be around that female's kids and everything and still cheat on her. And he would put my mom through stuff already before she was even like months before she was ready to move out there.
I
Like,
guess to clarify, I don't know why she would put herself in a situation when she knew that he was with somebody else and he was cheating on her with my mom. What do you think is going to
Jeff,
happen when you go there?
Did you cheat on Nicole?
No, I didn't.
Nicole, has she cheated on you?
We were talking on Facebook. Yes, correct.
He was with and
So the
telling
answer
me.
is yes, he cheated on you.
Yeah.
Being a man, and I am a man, I can only take so much.
Their mother is living in a cycle of abuse.
I don't have a home because you're my home.
That's your baby right there. She says she wants a home with her mother. Don't go away because something is about to set this man off. Cut the camera on him. He wants attention.
You are the foul. Get off my stage.
Don't threaten me because you don't scare me. I would love to move your mother back to Colorado. And
No
then
one's
an
asking
argument
you
or
to
something
move.
happened between us, then I'm stuck 1,600 miles away and I absolutely know nobody.
You don't let her leave the house. You
Yeah,
don't let her do
because you
anything.
want her back. Well, I love her.
Her whole life
We're her
is in
kids.
Colorado.
I mean, did you cheat on Nicole?
No, I didn't.
The only reason I'm asking is because it's your side of the story and their side and her side. And every time you say, like, I didn't hit her, she says, yes, you did. You said you didn't cheat. She says, yes, you did. I'm giving you, notice I'm not judging you. I haven't judged you yet once. So I'm giving you a chance to tell me your side of the story.
If she took it as a hit, then I apologize. But you know, being a man, and I am a man, I can only take so much. She
Okay.
has smashed things over my head. She has hit me, punched me. I mean, and then when the cops are involved, then it's all of a sudden, no, she didn't.
You have hit her, have cheated on her,
How
you're
much
apologizing.
of her story can you really believe?
You know, if someone's telling me they were hit, I'm gonna believe them. You know what I mean? I'm one of those individuals. Just like you said, you got hit. I believe that she hit you as well. I do. So I'm not gonna say that. So I want to know from you kids, how are you feeling about the fact that your mom is in this dysfunctional relationship?
I think it needs to end. Like, I've watched it since I was 15 years old.
Do you want your mom to move back to Colorado with you all?
Yeah.
I would.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But see, this is the issue for me, and Jeff, thank you, because I'm gonna just take a moment here and just deal with them right now. For me, there's a bigger issue here, and I don't even need to take these notes on this. Nicole, I gotta talk to you. Because even when my producer told me why you said you would be here, it was, if he doesn't believe you, then you'll choose your kids. And for me, that's the bigger relationship that needs to be here. This is a dysfunctional relationship. I can see that a mile away. You know what I mean? I could tell y'all immediately this is functional. I would need a lot more time to figure out what it is that has caused you all to have. I understand you have trust issues. I understand you have low self-esteem from things that have happened to you. I understand there's a lot of that. And y'all two are not functioning together. But you're a mother. You're a mother who made the choice, not once, but twice, to leave her children. And have also come on a television show to say, well, if the guy that I'm with doesn't believe me, then I guess I'll go back to my kids. That is what you said.
Yeah.
Can I correct you?
Yeah.
It hasn't just been twice.
How many times has it been?
I can name 4 off
That's
the top
even
of my head.
worse. I'm so sorry. That's even worse.
It's taken me to the point with some of them where I had to get physically violent with them for them to actually leave.
So my question is right now for you kids, I mean, you just told me that your mother, because of your mother abandoning you, you got addicted to drugs. Talk to your mom right now. Because, Nicole, there's a bigger issue right now that you need to be working on, and it's not with Jeff. It's with these children right here. I'm here to support you children. Because at the end of the day, even though you're adults now, when you're on this couch, this is a mother and her kids. Because the little kids that were there, that were hurt by her actions, are sitting in front of me right now. So I'm gonna tell you that this is a safe environment, that I'm here to support those little kids inside of you that did not get the answers and support you needed. What did you need to say to your mom?
I didn't want you to leave. Like, it hit me. It was harder the second time than it was the first time because I was older and I wasn't working. I didn't have the strength to support myself at the time. And like still even now, it still affects me because I keep telling my boyfriend, like, no, I want to wait until my mom comes home and get a home with her. Like, I tell him all the time, like, I don't have a home because you're my home.
How old are you?
20.
20. That's your baby right there. She says she wants a home with her mother. Nicole, I want to ask you, what have you been afraid of why you haven't been able to give your kids a home? Because even with the things you've been through, even with the drugs, even with the fact that the kids were taken away and, you know, like, even though you left them, these kids are still reaching out for their mom. They are still saying, they have not once got on this stage. And I have done this many shows. And most kids in their situation would have been like, Mom, how dare you? They would have been upset. They are still reaching out. Your little girl just said she wants a home with her mom. What is holding you back from being a mother to them?
I don't want to be in the big city life anymore. It's too fast paced, it's too much.
I live in Colorado. I live 1,600 miles away. I don't live in the city.
And also, Nicole, I'm going to be honest with you. That's an excuse. That's an excuse. That's an excuse.
You have us. You have 2 grandkids, one that you've never even met.
Nicole, I'm going to ask you again. What are you afraid of why you feel like you can't step up to be a mother to these children?
I don't know.
Well, we got to figure that out. That's what we have to figure out. I'm not here to figure out you and Jeff right now anymore. I'm not here to worry about unlocking your phone. I'm here to figure out why your daughter is saying, I'm begging for a home with my mom, and you're trying to be on a show to unlock your phone. I'm trying to figure out why your son is telling you you have a grandchild you haven't met, and your answer is, well, I don't want to be to a big city. And he's telling you, I live outside the city. We got to figure out what is going on. Will she choose her relationship over her kids? Right now, you need to make a decision if you're going to choose your children or if you're going to choose Jeff.
That is not why we came here.
Don't go away because something is about to set this man off. Cut the camera on him. He wants attention. And every time you say, like, I didn't hit her, she says, yes, you did. You said you didn't cheat. She says, yes, you did.
If she took it as a hit, then I apologize. I can only take so much.
That's an excuse.
You have us. You have 2 grandkids, one that you've never even met.
I'm not here to figure out you and Jeff right now anymore. We got to figure out what is going on. Are you still using?
No.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Only reason I'm asking that is because sometimes when people are still using, it's because you get into a cloud still. And so you still don't make rational decisions. Both of you exhibit a strength for children who have been abandoned and who have had abuse and who have had things that is so amazing. But with that strength, I need you to tell your mom what's really up right now.
I think you're scared of the past, and like, I get it. There's a lot of bad memories there, but at some point, you gotta overcome it. You gotta figure out how to beat it.
I'm a parent, you're a parent. No matter what we've been through, in some part, instinctually, we know that we are supposed to be protecting these little humans in this world. Your kids are begging you to be in their lives.
I would love, I just don't want to go back to Colorado.
But I am talking about being with your kids.
My kids, yes, I would love to be with my kids.
You haven't shown that.
It is
You haven't
one of
showed
the
that. So
hardest
then why
things
don't you
that
take
I've
them
done
somewhere?
is to leave my kids and move and come back here. I struggle with it every day. Jeff watches me cry about it all the
So
time.
then talk to them.
Well, I can't leave. I can't. I'm not leaving my kids to be with you.
So then my question is, your son cannot leave his children, which I respect that. But your daughter doesn't have any children. She is 20 years old. Why don't you take her with you?
I wanted her to come with me. She did not want to come.
And it's because you're in a toxic house with Jeff.
But she did come back eventually and try to live back here with me, and she didn't like it.
So what do we need to figure out how to get this family together? There needs to be a decision right here. And this decision I'm saying for you because you two need to have a healthy boundary. This is the resolution. This was not about unlocking the phone. This was about unlocking the truth of this relationship. Right now, you need to make a decision if you're going to choose your children or if you're going to choose Jeff. And if whatever decision she makes, believe it, and then I'm going to work with you all to get the tools to either work with her or to move on with your lives. But you can't be in this cycle anymore.
First of all, that is not a fair situation. No, it
Sir,
isn't.
sir,
That is not why we
Cut his
came
mic.
here.
Cut his mic. Cut his mic.
So here's your microphone.
I'm not worried about it.
There you go. Now make her make the decision.
Yeah, you can walk that way. Good, you should.
You don't scare me either.
Well, let me get the mic.
Listen, those type of outbursts, I don't know if, so let me
Don't go and ask me for money again, right?
Let me tell you something. Cut the camera on him. He wants attention. We're not doing that on this show. I asked you to make a decision about your children, and that was the childish reaction he had. Will she choose her relationship over her kids? Nicole, this is a big moment for you.
If you can't change it, then I'm gonna have to walk away.
Your kids love you. I don't want you to damage this anymore.
You are the foul. Get off my stage.
I think you're scared of the past. Like, I get it. There's a lot of bad memories there, but at some point, you gotta overcome it.
There needs to be a decision right here. This was not about unlocking the phone. This was about unlocking the truth of this relationship. Right now, you need to make a decision if you're going to choose your children or if you're going to choose Jeff. Sir,
That is not why we came here.
Cut his mic. Those are the same outbursts that keeps your self-esteem down.
Those remind me of
every man she's been with.
yeah. I'm over it. I'm tired of it. And like, if you can't change it, then I'm gonna have to walk away.
Do you want to lose your kids and your grandkids?
Because I can't have them growing up seeing your relationship and thinking that's okay.
Nicole, this is a big moment for you. This is where you push through the ground and you start to grow and start to blossom for your children. Are you willing to grow?
Yes,
Don't tell me, tell them.
I do, and I'm so sorry.
I want to believe you, but I gotta see it.
So now this is with the action steps. They don't trust it because they've seen different actions. But now we got to figure out what happens next, because you can't go home with this abusive man.
I have everything.
Where are your parents?
We have a home together in the same town that I live in with him.
So your parents are in the town with him. Great, action steps. What are your relationship like with them?
My relationship is fine with them.
Are you willing, and do you think your parents be willing to let you move in once you left this show to get back in with them?
Yeah.
So this is a great excuse actually for you to be able to say, you know what? I'm going to leave your house, be with my parents take care of me, and that way you're not with him.
so that way you can separate.
My mom's just like this past week has been asking me to just come stay with them.
Great. There you go. Action steps. Will you accept the offer from your mother to go live with her?
Yeah. I need to be able to get all of my things out of that house, my dogs.
Who do you have that can pick that up for you?
I really don't have anybody. He's isolated me from everyone.
So if you need to get your things out, is there a way that you have an opportunity to get there, or is there somebody you know that you can use to get her things out of the house?
Not off the top of my head.
Okay.
Everybody I know is back home.
Got it. And your parents, do they have anyone that can help?
No, it's just my parents. They're like
Elderly
70
now.
and 72.
Well, there is the police. The police are always going to be able to get your things out of the house for you.
I mean, he won't stop me from taking my things.
No. It's not about him stopping you, but he will manipulate you and get you to get back in this house. I asked you to make a decision about your children, and that was the childish reaction he had. We all witnessed that. So yeah, of course he's going to let you back in the house, because once he gets back in the house, he's going to say, that's wrong. Oh, you don't need, I need you. I love you. What's going on? And he's going to put you right back in the cycle. That's why I'm trying to help you to see that if you really want to stand true to this commitment, you have to have a plan of how to get out of that relationship first so that you can start to build this relationship second. Does that make sense?
Yes.
You will not go back to him. I know you don't want to live in the city where you were, but you have to live outside of that city. You have to be near your children to show them. You can't be anywhere near this man. This man is not good for you at all.
That reaction that you guys seen, that's what I hear on the phone.
Oh, I believe it. I already know that. I see that. All right, as her kids, do you believe that she'll take the steps?
If she can get out of the house, I think she will.
Thank you. Look, your kids believe in you. Your kids love you. I don't want you to damage this anymore. I want you to realize that you can actually have the family and healthy life you want. You actually can. And the reason I know it is because your kids have not given up on you yet. They're about to start setting boundaries like your son just did, but they haven't given up for you. The love you're searching for from these horrible men is right here in these kids. Do everything. Do y'all still love your mom?
Yeah.
So Nicole, stop searching for love from men that don't want to give it back to you. When you have children right here who through everything still love you.
Okay.
Again, I'm sorry for the things you all have been through. And I am going to say to you, I appreciate you loving your mom even through these hard moments. I appreciate the strength that's in both of you. You have a light inside of you, both of you. And I'm going to support your mom so that she can be true to that commitment. You're a friend of this show now. I will give you the tools so that you don't feel afraid and so that you don't go back to making decisions with wrong men again. That's how we do here on the Karamo Show, okay? You have a resource. You hear me? Give me a hug. Give me a hug. Give me a hug. Give me a hug. All right, we're going to make this work. All right, listen, stay with us, friends. We'll be right back with more. Come on, here, give me a hug, man. Good luck. His sister knew his wife was cheating on him, and she never told him.
I'm your brother, Mary.
His sister broke his trust.
I just don't want him to feel like I'm not loyal to him because I'm loyal to her.
No matter what your relationship is with anybody else, I'm your brother.
Is it too late to mend their broken bond? She's hurting right now. My guest Shannon says his sister knew his wife was cheating on him and she never told him. He says he hit rock bottom and instead of supporting him, she continued a relationship with his ex-wife. Please welcome my guest Shannon to the show. How you doing, Shannon? Can I give you a hug, man?
Of course.
Thanks for being here.
That's it.
All right, so Shannon, tell me, why are you here?
I've had a tumultuous 3 years that has led to a disheveled relationship with my sister. My ex told me that my sister actually would watch the kids when she would step out to speak to the gentleman that she was pursuing a relationship with.
Okay. And when did you meet your ex?
I was 21 years old.
So
actually.
how was your sister when you were 21?
13.
So she was a kid. She was She was a preteen teen.
Right, she was close to her.
Are you mad that she formed that bond with your ex-wife?
It's not that I'm mad. She was a part of her life too. What I'm upset about is No matter what your relationship is with anybody else, I'm your brother.
Yeah, got it, okay. What is your relationship like with Mary currently?
We talk over the phone. We've tried to get together for like holidays. It never happens. I just want to fix my relationship with my sister because, to be honest, we're adopted. We're all we have.
All right, and I got to hear her side of the story. So everyone, please welcome Mary to the show. How are you doing, love?
Good.
Good to meet you. Yeah, let me get up
you.
and give you a hug. Nice to meet you. Take a seat. So, what's going on between the relationship between you and your brother?
It hasn't really been the best relationship right now.
So, did you witness your brother's ex-wife cheating on him?
Yes.
You did. And why did you feel like you couldn't tell him?
Not that I don't have loyalty for him, but I also have loyalty for her.
How old were you when you first met her?
I was 10.
Did you ever witness him cheat on her?
Yes.
Okay. So you witnessed him cheat on her, and she witnessed her cheat on you.
Yeah, it was.
So did you expect her to keep your secret?
Never. No, I never would expect her to keep my secret. Nor would I ask. This girl asked.
Okay. So when you knew that he was cheating, did you ever get involved in that? Did you say something?
I try to stay out of it, but I would see her cry and all that stuff, and it just tears me apart because she was like a second mother to me.
Oh, okay. Second mother. Did you know that she felt that way about her?
Yes.
How do you feel about your relationship with your brother right now?
I wish it could be better.
Do you miss your brother?
Yeah, I do.
Tell him.
I really miss you
What's making you emotional right now?
because we never sat down and talked.
And why do you think y'all didn't talk?
Because it usually just comes to like an argument.
And what are those arguments normally over?
Just stupid stuff. I just don't want him to feel like I'm not loyal to him because I'm loyal to her. I just don't want to be in the mix about anything.
Yeah, you watched her go through it, Mary, but nothing I ever did resulted in her losing her home or not being able to eat. You've seen me go through some really tough times. And you went through some of those times with me. And I'm your brother, Mary. It's us. You know what I mean? Before anything else, it's us. And that's all I want.
I understand you saying it's us, and that is valid and true for your experience. But actually hearing this and hearing Mary talk, I don't think in her mind it's just y'all.
Yeah.
Which I think is part of the thing that you're grieving right now.
Yeah.
You're grieving this sort of like it's us against the world relationship. And I feel like Mary's over here and she's like, yes, I love you.
Yeah.
But then there's also other people that I love. The ex was a huge part of her life. She, out of her own mouth, she called her second mother.
Right.
Can you acknowledge that? That you brought someone in her life, you did, you brought it.
Yep.
That she was able to get close to.
I never discourage the relationship. I just encourage her to prioritize her relationships wisely and don't turn on the people who would always be there because this person has
Do you
turned
feel
her
like you
back
turn
her
on your
too.
brother?
I don't feel like I turned on him. Not that I don't care about him. I'm just very depressed myself.
You're in your own world right now. You're trying to figure things out. I think the part of this relationship right here that is so sad for me is that y'all grew up in a household where it was y'all two. Especially when coming from being adopted, it's a special bond. And I think part of this is that she was younger and you're looking for sort of this sort of equal reciprocation.
Yeah.
But that, unfortunately, I gotta tell you, that's not how life works. And I think that's what's hurting you right now.
Yeah.
Because she's still a young woman that has to figure out who she is.
Yeah.
She's going through her own things.
Yeah.
She's hurting right now.
Yes, sir.
I think you have to start to grieve that relationship that you two have and understand it's going to transition and grow into something different and more beautiful. What do you need from your brother?
To have like a good communication with him. I feel like I'm bashed for certain things or I'm negativity and I just don't want to be messing with it.
So part of that, him bashing you, or in those are your words, or feeling like he's bashed, because I'm not going to say you do that. You're grieving the transformation of this relationship, and I need you to hear that language. That's what you're doing.
What you would call bashing at times, in my reality, is being her brother. Like certain things I'm not going to be down with.
Also, it sounds like you were in such a dad mode before, dad protector mode, all these things. She called your ex-wife her second mother. So if you call my ex-wife your second mother, unconsciously, what does that make you, brother or dad?
She knows I'm the only father she's ever had.
So, there we go. But you're not her father.
No, I'm not.
And she's not your daughter.
Yeah.
And she's not required to call you. And
Yeah.
she's not required to do the things that you want.
Yeah.
But I think with better communication, maybe you all can mold this relationship to something that's more supportive for each other.
Yeah. Well, I'm sorry if I've ever made you feel like I was bashing you. This, aside from everything we've talked about, things that you tell me that you accept from people, I don't accept for you.
But that's not fair to her.
It's not.
And that's why she stops the communication.
And I'm sorry for that, but I got to get better with that. But I need you to know I will always be your brother.
That's a beautiful thing. Can you make this sort of commitment to sort of be there for him more?
I would try to communicate to you more.
It's going to take a while before this actually gets together, but I actually think that the more you allow her to become this woman, the more you allow her to reach out and get the help she feels she needs, the more she's going to reach out to you and want to make sure you're okay. You're not a bad guy. You're not a bad woman. Y'all just are like, y'all siblings that are going through a lot and are trying to figure out how to grow and change as the world is changing around y'all. You know what I mean? But y'all do have something strong within each other, and just remember that, never let go of that, all right? Y'all gonna be all right. Hopefully I can help a little bit, okay? Yeah. Thank you so much for being with me today, all right? Thank you for being with us. Come back next time, friends, so we can keep talking and growing.